What's up, guys? It is Saturday, December 24th. It's 2:41 p.m. and Merry Christmas Eve. So this is going to be a crypto market update. I'm going to cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, XDC, and we're going to take a look at that chart that we've been tracking, Bitcoin against the stock market, because we're going to be able to nail the bottom with that chart. So there's an update for that. But before I get into it, I want to just say, free crypto masterclass accelerator. We are ending the free masterclass at the end of the year. So you have 7 days left to get your free access to this. Just go to stargate-ventures.com. The link will be in the bio. I'll put it in there. Click it, come to here. It'll be on the main page and this button right here. A little bit of info and bam, get access, and you get access right away. And don't worry, if you don't feel like you have the time to finish this masterclass accelerator by the end of the year, it's okay. Claim your access to it at least so it's free, and then you can start it off with a brand new year. Just make sure you get it. It's entirely free, because after we end this, it's not going to be free anymore. And if you want to get this education to prepare yourself for next year, then it's going to cost you the membership to get the educational videos. So, you have nothing to lose with this. Entirely free, 13 fundamental videos preparing you for a macro mindset for the next coming crypto craze. And I believe Q1 of next year is going to decide how the rest of the year plays out. So you want to get prepared now for that, because just like last year, Q1 of last year really just spelled the way for what was going to unfold for the rest of the year. Q1 is so big and we want to be prepared for it. So make sure you get your free crypto masterclass accelerator while it is free. So January 1st, this is done. Also, 2 days left, today and tomorrow. Once tomorrow is over, then there's no more Christmas special. We have the 12 days Christmas special discount. You get access to the automated signals in the Discord over here. We have all these crypto signals for 88 cryptos individually, as well as we have stocks and other signals. We have gold, silver, and also we have the peer-to-peer signals, which we've been crushing, absolutely killing. We're still in that XDC trade, and we're going to convert back to XRP once we see some of those signals in there, right? So get your 12 days till Christmas special. I mean, we're 1 day away from Christmas. After Christmas is done, then we are getting rid of this special discount, $20 a month. If you see the value and you've been in the Discord already, you notice the value or the potential of the value to come, because there's definitely a ton of things in the works, then secure your spot. Get grandfathered in for this extremely low price, because we're getting rid of the $44, the $33, the $20, and you're only going to be able to get onto a membership for all these with the higher packages. So if you see the value and it's just time to bite the bullet on it, I'd hate to see you guys pay a higher price, in a week or so, when you decide, hey, all right, I see the value. Just lock in your low discount right now, right? So let us dive in. Oh, also for the free crypto masterclass accelerator, here's a little taste of what it's about. So mission 1, you have 9 videos in there. It's our current system and why it sucks is the topic. Then, so we're analyzing where we're at in the present day and the past as well too, and how we got to this point. And then mission 2 is what the future system looks like. And it's coming sooner than we think. And 2023 is the year where it's really about to kick off. And there's 9 videos in here. So there's not 13 videos. There's actually 18 videos preparing you for what's about to come around the corner. So get yourself in there. It's entirely free. The link will be in the bio. So now let's dive into the charts. All right. So right now we're going to look at the higher time frame stuff, 2-week chart. This is Bitcoin, and it's the all-time history index. So we're taking a look at some good stuff here. Ready? So 2-week chart. Also, if you already have access to the Stargate screener, brand new, we just got to upgrade to it. And there's another upgrade coming to it in a couple days here. It's going to level up. So that's why you want to secure your spot for a low price, because this stuff is just unmatched. Nobody's doing this stuff. So 2-week chart, right? We had some sell signals flash over here back 2013. Hit that kind of top, and then hit this top ultimately January 2014, nailed this bottom back in 2015. Then we had a couple sell signals come in here back in September 2016. And that's why we never go all in. We never go all out. We're scaling in, scaling out. It's the best way to stay level headed as far as your emotions, but also to just go about trading in a in a calculated way. You're not just going all in, all out. Like it's like going all in at the poker table, right? You never want to do that. So, you take a little bit off the table here and then bam, the vertical yellow line came in. Take a little bit off the table here and then bam, vertical yellow line came in. And you probably would have had a averaging out price of around like $10,000 to $15,000 for Bitcoin at this point. So nailed this bottom, nailed these tops in here. Then we hit this bottom back here in 2019 to end the bear market, just like it nailed the bottom here to end the bear market back in 2015. Nailed this top back here in May of 2021. And we've had no signals come in until recently. We've had multiple vertical green lines come in. This is the first time that we've seen multiple vertical green in every bear market. That just shows how oversold that we are in the charts. So 8 days left until this candle closes. So we'll see a 2-week candle close. We'll see a monthly candle close, a weekly candle close. We'll see a yearly candle close. And what it's saying right now is we're very close to flashing a buy now signal. And as we can see, a buy now signal coming in at these bottoms here just spell that, we've hit our bear market bottom here, and then very close to flashing it here. If we look at the bottom indicators here, stock RSI is crossing up. We're very close to crossing up through the 50. TSI, we're curling in. Once we see that uptick that crosses through the green line, and then look at this MACD, just like totally coming back into flip green. Just like back here, we could have known in like March of 2021 that when this was selling off hard like that, that's when ultimately in May, we got our sell-off. And we're going to have just how we sold off here so quick and it was like very vicious. We're going to have a vicious pump coming here soon. I think we're going to have a golden swan event where some announcement comes out of nowhere that really just makes the market just totally bounce on out of here. We can see that we have these trend lines coming down like this. This kind of popped up through because this was like the Luna when they were buying Bitcoin on their balance sheet. I think that was an anomaly. So let us hide the signals here and we can see this top in November and then we popped up through it. It was a fake out rejection. We got rejected here back in November and we're getting very, very close to pressing up against it one more time. Then we have this kind of a trend line like this that we already broke out from. So we have this one like right here, rejection. We broke out, it got rejected by ultimately the bigger trend line, came back down. We broke out through it recently here, and then we tested it as support on this candle. So now we need to take a shot at coming back up here and breaking through, and then it can be game on. But if we're looking at the 2-week chart, we're very close to seeing that cross. And you can see back here, it's TSI cross up, MACD cross up, stock RSI through the 50 line, bam, all the stars align for us to have that bear market bottom. Then we have this as well too. We have like these trend lines making like a falling wedge. You just love to see it. Yeah, we're coiling up right into the pinnacle here. So we're going to see something soon, right? Like big move imminent around the corner. You can feel it. Things are kind of quiet right now. And that's why I believe a catalyst is going to set this thing going. But also there's the catalyst to the downside as well too. So that's why we want to be prepared for this. But we are retesting on top of these previous highs over here set back in 2018, end of 2017. And we're very, very close to crossing up. Every time that we hit our bear market bottom and then we get the stock RSI above the 20 line, usually it spells the end of the bear market. Like back over here, we got above the 20 line and ultimately we spelled the end of the bear market. Here up above the 20 line, end of the bear market. Up above the 20 line, end of the bear market. This was just the COVID crash and then we pulled back up here. So I already believe that, the FTX was like an equivalent to that. All the markets bounced. The dollar tanked. It was like a perfectly timed announcement. We should have saw the explosion back over there. But now I believe that it was the biggest fake out of all time. And we're just going to catch up to all the other kind of assets that rose when the dollar fell. Very close. So Bitcoin is looking good. Ethereum, on the 2-week chart, the Stargate signals nailed it to a T. It had said to sell back here in 2018 when it went from it was at like $800, but the sell warnings came in right at this top here around like 1,000 or 1,400. Then it nailed the bottom back over here and then nailed the bottom again. and then told you to sell right around May of 2021, then told you to sell right around December of 2021. And then we've already seen the prepare to buy soon come in back in June of this year. And then we saw it again in September. And all we're waiting for is that vertical blue line. Then we know it's on. You can see that this trend line back over here, where we found like some support, we broke through, rejection, we got above support, and then we found support on it back here. I mean, if we did pull down a little bit more, I would say we would retest like 1,000 or 1,050, but ultimately we're very, very close based off of how these signals performed in all of Ethereum's history. It's hit it to a T. So I believe Ethereum's going to bottom here soon, especially because same thing like Bitcoin, MACD curling in, ready to cross up. Stock RSI is already above the 50 line, looking like it wants to keep going. The TSI, insanely close to crossing up. Once all these stars align, we're good to go. And it's not going to be a slow rise. It will just pop up on out of here. Then you can see the trend line coming down like this. So we're heading into a convergence, right? Like we can see that by the end of January, there has to be a move because we're just coiling up here. And with all these indicators kind of pointing that the momentum's shifting and the tides are turning, I believe it's going to be a massive breakout. So we'll see how that plays out. And then we got the stock market against Bitcoin. This is where it's spelling our future here. We had said, and let me put it like this. We had said that every single time that Bitcoin goes on a run, this is totally tanking. So this was the bull market from 2012 all the way to 2014 for Bitcoin. And then when this kind of levels off and has like an upward kind of travel like that, that's when Bitcoin's in its bear market. And then once we break down through that lower support line, then we go on another bull market. So this was the bull market from July 2015 all the way till January 2018. Nailed it, right? And then we can even look at this and be like, it flashed a buy now right in January 2018. So we can look at this chart and be like, well, it called the top of Bitcoin just with this as well too. Just like it called it back here in 2019, it called the top of Bitcoin. And then also in 2021, it called the top with the signals, just with the signals alone. But if we hide the signals and just look at the structure of what plays out every single time, it's like, this is like, bull market for BTC is when we're in this phase. Then we would say this phase is a bear market for BTC. So what we've been tracking is, and that's been consistent every time, bull market for BTC, bear market for BTC, bull market for BTC, bear market for BTC, bull market for BTC right here. It was a smaller one. And then bear market for BTC, right? And then bull market for BTC, bear market for BTC. So what's next is a bull market for Bitcoin again. And as you can see, we had said, hey, it's likely we're turning around here. We're hitting the top of that kind of resistance line and we're going to start to curl. And we called that maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And that's what we're seeing playing out. So with the stock RSI heading downwards, TSI very close to crossing down. It's like the inverse of what we just saw in Bitcoin and Ethereum. TSI crossing down, stock RSI ready to cross down, the market structure getting ready to cross down, pink's ready to come down here, blue's ready to come up. That's when we see another sell-off here, which means that Bitcoin is going to be outperforming the stock market in magnitudes. How will that happen? Bitcoin, bottoming, going on another bull market run, or Bitcoin even just staying stable where it's at and the stock market selling off a cliff. Could go either way, but every single time it's been, the stock market kind of recovering, going up, but the bear market for Bitcoin ending and it going up immensely. So that's what I see playing out. We're very, very close. This is a 2-week chart. It's not like it's a 2-minute chart. It's a 2-week chart. We're talking very big picture here. At Stargate, we look at the big picture. We're not caught up in the day-to-day stuff. We're looking at the big picture and we're seeing that the tides are about to turn. Now let's go to XRP. But before we jump into XRP, I just want to give another reminder. 2 days left, just today and tomorrow. Once it's over, tomorrow, we're ending this. No more $20 a month, no more 33, no more 44. It's just going to be 222 and 333. So if you like the signals and what I'm showing you right now, and you wanted access to them on your personal trading view, as well as access to the Discord with all these premium channels that have the automated signals flow through there from from trading view, then secure your spot now with a very, very low rate. All right, let's keep going. We got XRP 2-week chart. We can see, and let me go on the Heikin-Ashi candles. It's beautiful. You love to see it, right? Sell signals hit the top here after going like 80x 80 days, hit the top here before going on a wicked brutal bear market down here. It had said to buy right at this bottom. Like this was literally the moment, like right here, where the whole trend changed. Told you to buy right there. Told you to sell here, where the trend changed back in like April, May of 2021. And then what we're seeing right now is like an equivalent to back here. We're seeing the same thing. We had our prepare to buy soon come in like right there, right? And then we rallied up. Prepare to buy soon came in, rallied up. And then we had one more other sell off. The buy now actually came in on this. One more other sell off. And then if it didn't come in, the vertical blue didn't come in, it would have came in right after the sell-off. So with this time, the vertical blue didn't come in here, but we had the sell-off come in. So what comes next is once we gain a little bit of momentum back up here, we're going to flash the vertical blue buy now signal. I mean, the last time that flashed was at the bear market bottom to a T for XRP. It's called the top. And we're ready to flash the same signal again. I'm personally getting ready, gearing up to load up. A lot of people are scared right now. Quite frankly, I'm not as much, because looking at the past signals to now, I know market dynamics could be different, but sometimes it's just not. And we'll be able to track in real time in the Discord if things are starting to change the other way. So right now, based off the prior signals, I'm thinking that we've already hit our bottom around like 30 to 33 cents. And if we were to break those levels, then something's breaking in the chart. So I believe we've hit our bottom in XRP. What I'm seeing right now is, yes, momentum is coming down on the 2-week chart, but we have 8 days. If we can curl this back up in 8 days, we're going to have a massive January of 2023. That's for sure. So exciting times ahead. So I want you guys to be prepared for this and understand how these signals work and get access to the automated signals in the Discord. So you're prepared in real time, 24/7, those things flash. So if you're in Australia, if you're in Canada or Europe, and say I'm not up because I'm in the US. So say I'm not awake to update you, at least you have the automated signals real time flashing. So you know when to take action, even when I'm asleep. And I'm not asleep most of the time. I stay up, like I told you guys before, 28 hours a day I'm up. So that's what I'm seeing with XRP. 2-week chart's looking good. If we look at the 10-day chart, 10-day chart, we already had that buy come in. I said to buy right here, sell here, sell here, sell here. Told you to buy right at that sell-off bottom. Told you to buy here, sell, and it's flashing another buy. So the 10-day doesn't hit it as good as the 2-week, but what we're ultimately waiting for is the 3-week chart, very high time frame. And we've never seen a 3-week prepare to buy soon before. We have 2 of them. 2 3-week prepare to buy soons. Guys, it nailed the top here. It did say to sell here, but we didn't break any support lines, anything like that. We still maintained above. So, but it told you to sell here in October 2021 at like $1.30. I mean, the sell warnings came in here around May 2021, but around October, it said to sell now, right before we literally sold off 72%. If you could have saved yourself all the agony this past year, being able to know, hey, the trend is changing. Yes, we all are waiting for that moon event, but if the charts aren't lining up for a catalyst to coincide with that, it might not be time. If anything, I'm more excited than ever for right now in the next, imminently to the next 30 days for a catalyst to happen, because the chart is lining up with a catalyst to happen now. So before, when everything was overbought, it was hard to, get excited because of the stars weren't aligning for that scenario to take place. Now the stars are aligning for a big event or a big news announcement to happen because we have these 2 prepare to buy soon signals. It nailed these tops and nailed this top back here. We've never seen these signals come in. That just shows how oversold XRP is. What we need to see this flash a vertical blue line. This candle closes in a day and 4 hours. So at the end of Sunday, just like the Christmas special, right? So the stock RSI crossing up. TSI crossing up, MACD crossing up. We're very close. We are very close. If we can just see the stock RSI cross up like that. And I love like the synchronicity of XRP's chart. It's very symmetrical in a sense. Because if we put like a line right here, right, doesn't it just look like what happens on the left happens on the right? So, you know, you come down like this and roll up, come down like this and roll up. You come up to here, you come up to here, you come back down. And then ultimately at that point, that's where we shoot up like this to match right over here, shoot up like this to match over here. So I believe the first quarter is going to be killer for XRP. Then we'll kind of level off around Q2. And then by the third quarter, we're going to have another explode. That's personally my speculation, not financial advice, but this is what I'm seeing based off of basically watching the XRP chart every day for the past, 6 years, 7 years now. That's what I'm seeing. We're very close to something happening that's going to be big. But we also need to keep in mind the levels. We have that 32-cent level that we need to watch like a hawk, because if we break that, then maybe there's a black swan event happening, not a golden swan. So that's why we want to get in the Discord, get updated in real time. We're keeping people updated in there. So that's what I see for XRP. It's looking good. XLM, 2-week chart. Yep, 2-week chart. Nailed the top back here in June of 2017 after having a rapid rise, then nailed the top again after, going up another rapid rise right there and at the bull market top in 2017, 2018. Then we had the sell-off here. And actually, let me put the Heikin-Ashi candles on. Yep. So then we had the sell-off here, all down here. Then we had the sell right here in June of 2021 before tanking. We have 2 prepare to buy soon signals. We're just waiting for that vertical blue to come in and then it's game on. Everything is sold off so much. We shouldn't be at these levels. And you can see that to be the case because since these are the first time that these signals have flashed, just like with XRP, we're definitely sitting at a point where we'll never likely see these prices again. So if you're, waiting to see XLM go to 5 cents, maybe 4 cents, I mean, you might be waiting forever. So not financial advice, but I'll be updating on YouTube too, but we're very close. Look at the trend line coming down. Bam. Then look at this trend line like this. Bam. We're coiling up. I mean, we could just go into this pinnacle here, but with everything else lining up to look like it's going to explode, especially when I showed you the stock market to Bitcoin chart, XLM might be ready to go on a run itself. So what do we need to see XLM go? Same thing, cross up, and then the MACD is already green. So all we need to see is that TSI cross up in the stock RSI, and then we're good to go. Bam. So there we go. So that's what we're waiting on for XLM. Then if we go to XDC, let me actually go to the 2-week chart because that's what we're watching today. So the 2-week chart on XDC, there's not much data for it on this. Let me see if I go to Bitfinex. Yeah, there we go. So I'm actually going to go to the 3-week chart because the 3-week chart nailed the absolute top back here in October 2021. We had all these sell warnings up here and then bam, nailed the top. We have a prepare to buy soon. Just like every other chart I just showed you, once we see the stock RSI cross up, TSI cross up, MACD flip from red to green, it's on. We're going to get the vertical blue line and we're going to moon. We're going to go back into our bull market. You have this trend line coming down that's very clear to see. There hasn't been any candle that's closed above it. Rejection. And then we have this one coming down like this as well too for support. So we could, come back down here, ping pong a little bit more. But if we ultimately flash the vertical blue line, then the bear market is over in my opinion. So we could keep coming down. The direction is down until we see what I said about the stars aligning here. So that's what I'm seeing for XDC. I also love seeing this in this indicator when we go up once, twice, for a third time. Usually you see it sell off after, and then the pink's going to cross through like that. So things are looking great for XDC as well. Songbird. Let's go to the 2-week chart on Songbird. It's been red on red for this. I believe we're heading into a catalyst moment in January with Flare launching. And, you can put this trend line down like that. But ultimately, even if we just see a candle flip from red to green, that's enough for me. This is a perfect example of what I was just saying down here. When you see the 1, 2, 3, and this thing is going to tank off a cliff. I think we're going to see Songbird explode it could be a double in a day, a triple in a day. It is so oversold. It's not even funny. Its highest point was like around 80 cents. I remember seeing it at, and it's at 1 penny. It's at a penny. Even for it to just come retest this area where it kind of leveled off for a few months, that's a double and a half. So that's what we're tracking in the Discord. The link will be in the bio. We're tracking the pair-to-pair signals. We're swapping some of our ISO coins, XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, Algorand, HBAR, Quant, into Songbird when we get that buy now signal, so we can ride that double and a half up. It's going to outperform those. And then when it looks like it's going to turn over and the signal comes in to sell, we're going to convert back into our ISO coins that we love and accumulate more of it. That's how we're playing it in the Stargate Discord. Link will be in the bio. So that's what I'm seeing. It's definitely all great things are showing on the charts. We just got to keep our ear to the streets or our ear to the tweets for the narrative. And if the narrative aligns with what we're seeing, then things are looking very good for Q1 of 2023. So that's going to be it, guys, for this crypto market update. It's Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. Remember, in the Discord, once you join, the link will be in the bio. Once you join, say what up. I'll say what up too. And then go to the launch pad and you'll see like a thing here saying see plans. Click on that and then it will bring you to this over here and get yourself the discount, $20 a month. You can even get more of a discount by doing a 12-month or a 6-month or a 3-month right off the gate. We're getting rid of these low price packages January 1st, as well as the crypto accelerator. If you don't want to pay for anything right now, that's totally fine. But if you want a taste of what we're offering here at Stargate, you know, you got nothing to lose. Free Crypto Masterclass Accelerator. It's going to give you a glimpse to the future. And any questions you have, just shoot them in the Discord as well too. We are here for you guys. We're in this all together. And I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the Discord.